Hey everyone, so I'm making this video outside my backyard. I hope some of the background noise doesn't mess with it too much. Hear the cicadas already. Y'all be quiet. I wanted to talk to you about why I disabled comments for my little video channel, my YouTube channel. Because I made that first video on that channel about the two sisters, Pearl and Christine, who had predicted a rapture date of July 17th. And I told you what God told me to start my channel and make a video about, and that was to leave these sisters alone, to back off, whether the date happens or not. And of course we all hope it happened, and it didn't. But whether it happens or not, we are not to be name-calling and being ugly to fellow Christians. God told me, Jesus told me, that these sisters and all of the watchmen are doing the very best that they can do. Now, you may not understand what I mean by that. They're doing the very best that they can do, because I have been given to see, it has been given to me to see the darkness that is in this world, and what every single one of us are up against, and how Satan works, he deceives us over and over and over again in everything we see and everything you do. If any of you think that you are not being deceived in one way or another, then you are totally not awake. And I'll do another whole video about people who think they're awake and really are not. Because the only people who are really awake are those who know that there's so much more to awaken to, and we don't even know an itty-bitty bit of a drop of in a bucket. So God told me to make that video and tell everyone to stop being mean and ugly to each other. And you don't have to agree with what people say, but you certainly should be loving and kind, period. I have heard so many people say false prophets, whoremongers, liars, witches, charlatans. They've called these people and other people so many names. And when I made the video and told people to stop doing that, because all you do is take away from your own credibility as a Christian when you do that. And I told everyone to stop doing it, and people wrote to me and said ugly things to me. Well, it just rolls right off my back, because I don't care about that. But I disable the comments because I will not allow your ugliness and negativity to be on my channel, period. Father, help me to say what I need to say. I will not be a bulletin board or a billboard for the ugly things that Christians have to say about other Christians. It's like if inviting someone into your home. If you have someone come to your YouTube channel, it's like inviting someone into your home. And if someone came into your home and threw dirt all over your floor, you would certainly clean that up and put it in the garbage. And that's what I do. And that's what I did. I disabled all comments for my channel. And that has discouraged some people from coming back and watching, and that's fine. The people who need to watch the things that I have to say are the ones who will be there. Period. So stop calling people whoremongers and witches and liars and deceivers, because that's not what these watchmen are up to. Oh, there are some that are like that. But the ones who you can tell they have a pure heart and honest and these sisters on the 17th, they were trying to show, by putting it out there, they were trying to show God that they were so faithful that they would do that and withstand the persecution, and they sure had to do that. And they had to withstand more persecution when they were wrong. And so, yes, do I wish that they wouldn't put the date out there? Yeah, because I hate seeing them beat up like they are. And they can certainly just say, this is a high watch time, or this is really interesting, and this is really cool how all this is coming together. But they were trying to show just how faithful they were. And I get that. And if you don't get that, then you're not being a very loving Christian. Jesus told me that if we could see what each of us is facing, if you could see the demons and the darkness that try to close in on anyone who is a light, then you would understand how things can get twisted, or how things can become foggy or not clear. And so I call on all of you to stop being ugly to each other. Stop calling each other names. Some of my very favorite YouTube channels stepped out and called these women horrible names, and it just flies all over me. Be kind. Everyone is doing the very best that they can do. You better not throw that stone if you think that you are beyond, unless you think that you are beyond ever having been wrong or be wrong. It's not up to you to judge others. Another person wrote to me when I made that video and told me that Jesus was harsh and he called people out. And I told them, when he had to be, that Jesus was harsh when he had to be and he called people out. And I answered this person and told him that you're not Jesus. That we don't have the authority to call people out. Jesus does. And then he came back and said all these ugly things about me being some sort of Democrat, bleeding heart, liberal, whatever he called me. It was ridiculous because he doesn't know me at all. And he has no idea what I think politically. But I tried to explain it to him like this. In a family, the Lord or the parent, the master or the parent, have a right to call out and punish a child. If one of their children is doing something wrong, the master has that right to do it. The siblings do not. The siblings don't have that right. So we don't have a right to call out and condemn and call names to fellow Christians. We just support them and love them. I like to tell people to try to treat them like they were your mother or your sister or your Sunday school teacher, or however polite you would be, even when you think someone is wrong. You would be polite to them if they were your Sunday school teacher. Or maybe you wouldn't. But maybe you better need to be. You need to rethink that. And be kind to each other. Does that mean I want you to accept sin? No. You don't have to approve of what someone's doing. You just need to be kind and loving, because it's not up to you. As a parent of 7 children, I used to have to tell them, you worry about yourself and don't worry about what your brother's doing or what your sister's doing. You worry about yourself. You make good choices for you, and that's all you need to worry about, unless it's to protect your brother or your sister. And so that's what I say. Stop judging. Be kind. Be loving. Pray for them if you think they're wrong, or gently tell them that you think they're wrong, but that, you don't have to call them names. All right, I'm done ranting at this moment. Hope it wasn't too bad. Have a blessed day.